Okay, this is Turner Falls Park, and you have this place swell up to a huge amount of people every summer. Our county has about 8,000 people total, but during the summer, well, let's put it this way, the end of May through September, our little county, which is the second smallest county in Oklahoma land-wise and the smallest population-wise, we blossom up to about, at any given time, 1 million people. We have a national park that has clear, cold running water, a lake. There's all kinds of things to do and see here. And I was just telling this lady, idiots abound. They really do. Most of these Texas tags are from folks that are not in the United States legally. And due to the pandemic, the opportunities for family entertainment have been greatly reduced. Now, my wife and mine's favorite theater in Ada, Oklahoma, sooner or later she and I are going to go back over there and watch a movie and eat popcorn and stuff like that. But in the meantime, we've got a big screen TV in our parlor and we sit and enjoy that. Later today, I've got to do a radio show. I went back on the air. It's not that bad. I guess I had a mental block and kept thinking, oh, it's terrible, but it wasn't too bad yesterday. Now, most of these tags down here in the parking areas are from Texas. And most of the people that belong to those vehicles are here in this country illegally. There's so many of them, you can't enforce the law, unfortunately. In front of us is a carriage. And this guy has some extremely well-trained horses. I guarantee you. I promise you. And the guy that owns the horses is a really nice guy. I can't remember his name. He's turning off so we can get by. And you look down there, it's just filled up with people. And that's how you get to the falls. And there's a swimming area at the base of the falls. And every year, every other year, people drown because they don't know how to swim well enough to fight an undertow. And at the base of the falls, even with it roped off to keep people from swimming in it, people still go in and swim, and it's all a wall-eyed mess. Liable to see my son Nicholas up here somewhere. He drives a trolley for him. Best way to describe it. They had an accident a bit ago, and it was an open Jeep, open air Jeep with no seat belts in use, and the driver turned the corner too fast, and one of the passengers shot out and did a face plant on the pavement. Not trying to cast aspersions on folks, but if they had been thinking, that would not have happened. It just wouldn't. I'm holding this camera up and my arm is getting tired. Number 3 from Tejas. I had a guy argue with me and tell me they can't be here illegally, they've got cars. Let me explain something. All they do is find someone that's here legally, or an actual citizen, give them money to buy the car and put it in their name. And then they drive it with no driver's license, no insurance. And the thing that's sad about that, the individual that helps them acquire that vehicle is legally liable in case they're in a wreck and someone gets badly mangled or dead. A lot of people don't think about that. I've filmed this park a lot of times, but now they've got lighting and they've got electricity to the back of it. And I'll do a pretty nice drive-through, and that'll be the vlog for today. Can't help it. They have porta potties spread out throughout the park. That's my phone going off. I love where we live. I love the fact that it's an almost inexhaustible supply of water, that it has all this gorgeous scenery. I like where we live as far as our home is, surrounded by big pecan trees, shady, perfect little farm. I will be doing a radio show today. My good friend Christopher D. Kimball made a comment about his dad being over in Iran and then coming home, and then was gonna go over to Iran, and that when Ayatollah Khomeini or Khomeini, whichever way you want to pronounce it, took over, they executed 700 military generals or whatever. Raza Pahlavi, I've never met the man, but I'm friends with his niece, nephew, Farouk and Akram. Have been for a long time. And there were a lot of things he did wrong, but there were also a lot of things he did right. And I'll cover some of that on the radio show today. I'm thankful Chris's dad didn't go back over there and get executed. This is one of the new they've moved in 3 of these that are self-contained restrooms, hand sanitizer, toilet paper, and they have to have a vacuum truck come in and clean them out. This is one of the swimming areas down there, and it's awful overgrown with stuff. Idiot people crawl in it. My sons, Nicholas, Brandon, and Benjamin, cleaned out a lot of area down here to improve the camping experience people would have, and it just increased the amount of people that could come into the park. They have, for the most part, increased the occupancy rate from 5,000 a day to 6,000 a day. Let me tell you something, there are far more people than that coming in here. If they had left the boys alone and let them do what they were hired to do, this whole park would be in a lot better shape, and there would be even more people coming in and making the city of Davis even more money. But no, they couldn't do that because the guy with the ego, there's another one right there. Their illustrious city manager couldn't stand the fact he wasn't going to get credit for all of it. So he broke up the boys, sent them different directions. My son Benjamin quit working for him. Brandon's off sick today, but he works for the street department. Nick works here in Turner Falls. He's one of only 2 employees with the city of Davis with a commercial driver's license and with a passenger endorsement. Got to turn my AC fan down. It's beginning to freeze me out. They also need to do something about their roads. Most of these roads are rough as a corn cob. I'll go up here and look. This is a big parking lot. The lower parking lots, it's I think $10 to park, maybe $20. I don't know. It's $20 a head to get in here now per day, and if you camp, there's an added fee. Then higher up, the next level, the parking fee is like half of what the bottom one is. It's 20 on the lowest one, 10 on the next level up, and you get up here, it's free. And it's $20 a head, and then kids under 6, they pay $10 a head to get in, and they quit posting the price at the gate because now they don't allow people to pay when they come in. They just have to show the receipt where they did it online. They're trying to streamline everything. It's kind of a sad commentary. This park was their cash cow. I don't think it is anymore. The city manager has pretty much priced themselves out of the market. And yeah, it's got Honey Creek running through it, but guess what? My best friend Jerry has a place called Fun Valley, and it's got Honey Creek running through it, and it's got just as many swimming holes as this place does. I won't be turning off to drive toward the falls simply because there's no room to turn around down there. There are wall-to-wall cars and wall-to-wall people who are not paying attention, kind of like the gal that got slung out of the Jeep. it's sad, and I have been praying for the gal. I hope she's not badly injured, but they had to call an ambulance. Because of technology, finding places like this to just have a good time and be in nature are getting few and far between. I think part of that is due to everybody expects more. One of the things that happens is you get out in nature and enjoy nature. Sometimes you run into wildlife that is going to hurt you, if not kill you. A few years ago, over at the Chickasaw National Recreation Area, there was a guy that thought he was going to pet a white-tailed deer buck during the rut, and he ran up to it and he started to try to coax it to him, and the deer walked over to him, and he thought all was well until the deer lowered its antlers and gored him. The guy survived. He wasn't a local. He was actually from Guatemala, and yes, he was here illegally. That is the problem you run into. It's like people coming to this park every year that do not know how to swim, and yet they get out in deep water. There's a drowning, sometimes as many as 4 or 5 drownings in this park every year, because people just don't think, or they think, well, it can't be that deep. And I will say this for the park, they have signs everywhere telling you the water's deep, and if you can't swim, don't get in it. Real sad situation. I'll finish this video as I'm leaving the park at the exit. Unless I run into my son first, and then I'll stop and talk to him with the camera off. This is what I'm talking about. And pedestrians do have the right of way in here. Well, Mom, John, I love you. I hope you see this. I hope you enjoy it. My brother Michael, Paul, I love you. I hope you see it and enjoy it. My buddy Chris, that was an interesting exchange on Facebook this morning. Hope you listen to the radio show today. Monty Jones, you have to be the honoriest friend I got, but I'm very thankful you're my friend. And that is the maintenance guy cruising around. Cherokee Nation. That's another thing that happens here. People forget. All these folks walking, they have the right of way. You have to be careful of them. Well, folks, I love all of you. God bless you. And I'm just about to leave. And I hope you enjoyed this little video. Well, they must be retrieving the Jeep, the old boy that was driving. No, that's another vehicle that's broke down. Yep, that's it. No U-turn. You can't come in illegally. But that doesn't stop anybody. Love all of you. God bless you, and bye.